Hello, welcome or welcome back. I am Bekah Jo, aka the Makeup Tax Lady. Just yesterday, I received my Simply Posh Cosmetics Cozy Cabin eyeshadow palette in the mail. I picked this up on launch day and I am so excited to play with this. I'm also needing a little bit of makeup therapy today, so I figured what better way to do that than to just sit down and play with some new makeup. So for today's video, I really just wanted to dip into this palette and highlight the beautiful shimmer shades. So my plan is to do eye swatches of each of the shimmer shades, and that way we can get a look at what they look like on the eyes. I've got my cozy warm sweater on and it just felt like it's a beautiful fall day. It just felt like the right time to dip into these shades and see what each of them looks like alone on the lids. I have not touched any of this palette yet, so let's pull off the plastic sheet. And here you can see all of the beautiful shades with their imprints and all of the beautiful texture that's coming across in these shimmers. I have lately been in the mood to just do very simple eye looks, very simple shimmer on the lid, a little bit of liner, not a whole smoked out look. Nothing wrong with that. That's just kind of where I'm at with things right now. And so I thought, what better way to play with a beautiful new palette than to just highlight each of the beautiful shimmer shades that you could wear as a one and done shade, or you could add one of these lighter tones maybe as a transition shade if you wanted, and then throw on one beautiful shimmer and then a liner from one of the deeper mattes. However you want to do it, I think this is a great palette to be able to play around with the different depths, and again, to really make the most of some of those special shimmers. Okay, let's get right into it. I'm going to take the shade Festive and put that on this eye, and then I'm going to grab Candy Cane and put that on this eye, and I'm just going to silence myself, put on some music, and play over the application so we can just see the beautiful shimmers. So I just used a microfiber towel to wipe off the shimmer and then added just a little bit more concealer to try to be kind to my eyes. I also, you probably noticed, didn't add any mascara, and that's because I can't be bothered. I just want to see the beautiful shimmers on my eyes. Next, I'm going to put the shade Gingerbread on this eye, and then I'm going to skip down to Angel and put that on this eye. Last two shimmer shades here, we've got Pine and Lights. I'm going to put the Pine on this eye and Lights on this eye. So there are the last two shades, the last two shimmer shades on my lids. I am so happy that I picked up this palette. I've really been enjoying seeing all of the newest makeup releases out there lately, but most of them aren't like getting me in the gut, telling me that I really, really want that palette. And I'm at a phase right now where not everything is getting to me, but this palette it was a no-brainer when I saw it. And I think there's a few things about it that really make it that way for me. I love the gradient of the lighter mattes, the shimmers, and the deeper mattes. I love the kind of dimension that's in the shimmers in here. You could see each of them on my lids. They all have a little bit of a flip, but they're not an intense multi-chrome or a black-based or even gray-based multi-chrome. And I love that. I'm not a person that loves a deep shimmer on my lid most of the time for the everyday. So these are really right up my alley. These are perfect for that. I love that the palette is kind of split in half. We've kind of got the warm half over here and the cooler half over here. But that's not to say that we can't combine them into making some really interesting looks. I really like the difference in depth between these two rows. Also, the theme is so super cute. Who doesn't love a cozy holiday theme? I have one other palette from Simply Posh Cosmetics, and it's their Citrus Punch palette. And I really like this palette too. I picked it up knowing that it's a bright palette and that it's primarily a summer and springtime palette for me. Unfortunately, I got a little bit of hard pan in some of the shimmers this year. I'm probably gonna try to take some tape and see if I can fix that. I know that that's kind of been a common issue across the board. Regardless, the shimmers are absolutely beautiful in this palette. So knowing that they were just updating the formula to avoid the hard pan issue in this palette made me very happy. Like I said, otherwise I've been very happy with the quality of this palette. One thing about a lot of holiday palettes that kind of tends to steer me away is when they are so specific holiday focused. Don't get me wrong, I love Christmas, I love the holidays, but when they're so focused on that theme, I find it hard to find other applications for it. And I don't want pretty much any of my palettes to be one season focused. Don't get me wrong, I enjoy matching my makeup to the theme or the season, but I don't want it to be so exclusively in that theme or that season that I can't find other use for it. And to me, this palette is going to be beautiful all time of year. You know, we can dip into the warmer tones when we're in warmer months or the cooler tones when we're in cooler months. So honestly, the first thing I thought about when I saw this color story was about doing a makeup roulette where each shade has a number. So for example, these could be 1 through 6 and then 7 through 12 and 13 through 18 if I did my math right. And then you go to a number generator and it decides however many shades that you pick. Maybe you run it 4 times so you come up with 4 shades and then you make a look with those 4 shades. I thought it would be a fun way to challenge myself to combine the warm and cool tones when maybe naturally I wouldn't be inclined to do that. But I think they did a lot of things right about this palette and I am very excited to keep using it and seeing these pretty shimmers on my lids already. Let me know if you'd like to see like a multiple looks one palette with this palette because I think that could be a lot of fun. And for anybody who picked it up and spent your hard-earned money on it and you're looking to find some inspiration for more ways to use it, or maybe another palette that you have that you're looking for inspiration to make the most of what you have, let me know. I would be happy to do that. And I thank you so much for joining me today, and I look forward to seeing you again next time. Bye.